Holmes cutting to the basket?
I mean, it's just a regular old drive, but I mean, we had to just have protect on the help side and on the weak side and stuff like that, and we didn't do too good on that side, part.
Yeah, obviously it was a close game through most of the night, and about halfway through the fourth quarter, they kind of went on that spurt. What do you think kind of happened in that 3 or 4 minute stretch that kind of stretched it out for Mississippi State?
I think I had some turnovers that had a lot to do with that, and a few understanding on the defensive plays and stuff like that.
For both of the players, how much did you guys feel that you could really attack them off the bounce, whether it was off the make or in half court?
That was actually our key emphasis, like key to win, just attack their feet and see what we can get, and if they collapse, kick it out.
Anything else for the student athletes?
How would y'all describe the rebounding tonight? Y'all's rebounding?
She's big. We had to do what we had to do. We came up on some of them. We did it on others, and we tried the best we could.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach Staley?
On the fourth quarter, again, kind of like last year, they just kind of came at you. What was the biggest moment, I guess, in that fourth quarter that y'all couldn't stop?
I'm probably, the same shot Schaefer hit on us midway through the fourth quarter last year, where we just missed a defensive assignment. We wanted to help a little bit off the shooter if there was a direct line drive, but Danbury came to a complete stop and she was pivoting. And we helped too long and gave Espinoza, a clean look, something that we didn't do a whole lot tonight, but they hit it when they needed to hit it.
They had the height in the interior, but how did you feel about the rebounding effort tonight?
I mean, I thought we did the best we could. Obviously we got to figure something out before they get back to us in March. But Big T's going to be Big T. It's Danbury's contributions. It's Holmes' contributions that hurt us. Even Scott, getting some direct line drives to the baskets. We can take a 20-24 night from Tierra. It's all the other guys can't get above their averages.
How can I ask the players about your game plan of trying to attack them, whether it was off a make or in half court? How much did you feel that Holmes and Danbury and maybe Scott to a lesser degree maybe did that and attacked you guys? How did you see them do that well?
They did that, and we did that to them. I think it was a back and forth. I don't think they could stop us. I don't think we could stop them. I think it's pretty evident the type of adjustments he had to make in this particular game. I've never seen him play as much zone as he played, and you got to give it up to our players for making them make that adjustment. And obviously, we will regroup and I don't know. I think we play them on the third or something like that to come up with a different game plan just in case they play a little bit more zone than anticipated.
We're glad to see Asia leave after 4 years, and I'm sure you have similar thoughts about Big T. But when she plays like that, she's as active as she was. How much of a challenge is she to stop?
I mean, she's a huge challenge. She's a huge challenge when we had Asia. I don't want to see her go. I mean, she's good for the game. She's good for our league. But certainly I'm glad there's an outlet for her to continue a professional career here and abroad.
What was the explanation on the flagrant that you got from the officials?
You trying to get me? You trying
What did they say?
an elbow to the face. And I'll just leave it there because there were a lot of elbows to the faces, but ours got looked at.
And also, when Kiki and Jennings had to sit down, you got a lot of bench strength. Jackson comes off and hits a couple of threes. How encouraging is that going forward that all this depth is really starting to rise up?
Yeah, I mean, I like the position that we're in. We're able to play a lot of different people. It's just finding opportunities during the game. I knew we were going to lean heavy on the players that have been here and have been in this environment because it's different. You have to have experienced it to actually play well through this tough environment.
And
Coach, this past 3 years, this rivalry has been the rivalry in the Southeastern Conference. What does it mean on the South Carolina side to play Mississippi State?
I mean, it's great, you know, if, you know, what it does, it helps us. Like this road loss helps us, even though we lost. It helps us in the RPI, helps us strengthen the schedule. And that's what the plan in the SEC does. You play a top 10 team in the country, you play a top 25 team in the country on any given night. That's only going to help us and strengthen our ability to, when it's time for NCAA time, you know, hopefully we can utilize this familiar environment to have some success.
You mentioned Scott earlier. She comes in after Bibby goes down, unfortunately, with the injury. In that situation, how did you see her respond in a tough situation where her team needed her?
I mean, she did what she normally does. I mean, you know, she hits corner three. She, you know, direct line drives to the basket. She, you know, her number was called and she stepped up, and that's what you want. That's what you want in players that are coming off the bench.
Tom, initial thoughts for the next game Monday night?
It's another game that we have to get. I mean, we want to win the SEC, so we got to hold serve until March the 3rd. And, you know, it's not skipping over any steps, but, you know, we welcome any and all opponents.
And earlier in your career, your teams, you built a reputation about playing a really strong defense. The fact that they scored, you know, 89, that's atypical for a team coached by you.
You know, don't get caught up in that. That's not the real score. Okay, that's not the real score. We had to foul, we had to shoot some threes that we're not. So don't get caught up in that. We will get back, you know, to doing what we do. Just check it before this game, and then that's who we are.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Tom.